What's happening, YouTube? Today we're going to be talking about a very exciting subject for me, and it's going to be rigging up the X-T4 for professional video use. Let's jump in. All right, for those of you guys who've been tuned into the channel for a little while, you know that I got the X-T4 in yesterday, and we're super excited. Got a chance to fiddle with it for about 12 hours now. Barely got any sleep last night, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a build. So we're going to be talking about some video rigs. I use the Smallrig system, and it's very modular, so we have lots of different options. Obviously, that's one of the pros of using mirrorless systems for video is the base, the camera itself is just this tiny little brick here. So super small and super changeable. You can incorporate it into a really small handheld thing or a giant built-out rig for, you know, the size of like a full-size cinema camera. So let's jump in. The first thing we're gonna be talking about is a little bit of a vlog setup. So the flexibility has been afforded to us to do smaller rigs now because of the fact that they put IBIS into this camera. So with the in-body image stabilization, now I can do a smaller rig and still not have those little handheld jitters. So let's go ahead and set that up. So obviously pre-ordered the X-T4, but at the same time, Smallrig let me know that they were building a cage for the X-T4. So I pre-ordered that as well, and it's been sitting on the shelf for over a month, and I'm super excited to get it set up. So obviously the cage is just this little frame. I already have the top handle attached to it, but here we go. So one of the super nice features that Smallrig incorporated into this one is a little magnetic holder for essentially just like a little coin so that you can use that for your flathead thread on the bottom, which is super helpful. So pretty happy about that additional feature. It just snaps right in there with the magnet and super awesome. So this right here already is like a pretty decent little video rig. Obviously not a huge fan of in-body audio. So I'm gonna just add the little video micro to the side here. It's gonna right up on the top handle, plug that into the headphone port. So right out of the gate, I have to say, I am super disappointed that Fujifilm did the flaps instead of the little door system. I'm not a huge fan of flaps. They can't be removed. I loved how clever they were last time with the removable door. And for some weird reason, they put it on the SD card side. Can't really figure out why they would do that. I mean, they did incorporate the ability to do hot swappable SD cards, but they have a 30-minute inbuilt record limit, so why would you ever need to hot swap? So maybe there's some sort of future technology that's going to be coming out in the future that I don't know about yet, but for now I have no idea why they did the removable door on the SD card side, and not a huge fan of the flaps. So, but you know, no camera's perfect. I guess this is just the one thing that they had to do. But that being said, looks like the other major issue is with the flippy side screen, the headphone jack gets in the way of the screen. So I can either have it tucked underneath there or straight out like that. I don't know if you guys can see that on the top down shot there. But yeah, it does hit and can't rotate. You have to pull it out and rotate it under. So that'll be something to have to get used to. Not ideal, but still, nonetheless. This is a vlog setup already, right there. I'm happy to go. We got the Fujifilm XF 18-55 kit lens on there. That has image stabilization built into it, optical image stabilization, and then the IBIS inside. Those working together means I can pretty much shoot anything right now without any jitters. Even all the way in at 55, I've got a super stable shot right there. I mean, that's a super awesome shot already, right out of the gate. That's a super sweet setup. So that's what you'll probably see a lot of from our, you know, some of our B-roll footage is gonna be shot just like this. A lot of our vlogs, you know, all of our landscape vlogs and stuff, we've been kind of bummed out because we've been having to travel a little heavier than we wish we could. And also we haven't been able to use any of our super bright, you know, fast aperture primes like the 5612 or the 2314 or the what's filming over here right now is the 18 to 35 1.8 from Sigma, not stabilized. So all of those options were just sort of not really great for us when we were doing these smaller handheld rigs, get a lot of that jitter in the shot. So now we have the ability to use this regular setup. We could even use some of those bright primes or some of our awesome Canon glass like the 24-70, 2.8 and things like that without having to worry about quite so many jitters. So we can have a little bit more of a small travel size mobile setup. This is a great rig, but I'm really excited to get it up on the shoulder rig. So let's build that out right now. So you guys might already have recognized this from our previous XT3 video rig build. This is sort of the foundation of the rig here. So if you're interested in what parts are incorporated into this, check out the video right up one of these corners. I don't know, we'll link it somewhere. But up here is gonna be a link to the XT3 video rig. This is gonna look very similar, but just gonna have an XT4 in it now. All right, another awesome thing that Smallrig put together for this cage. Unfortunately, it isn't backwards compatible, so it doesn't work on the XT3 cage, or else I would buy another one. But is this little cable saver. It's just sort of an update to the I don't know, is that focusing? Focus, 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 focus. There it is. Just an update to some previous little cable savers. And you can see here that there's just like two independent little, I don't know, plungers or hammers. I don't know what you would want to call those things. But these little guys just sort of come together when you screw that down to pinch your cables, keep them from pulling out or getting bent or anything like that. So awesome little feature and very well designed. So with a flippy screen already, I could sort of get this going, but that's way too close to my face. And for those of you guys who have been watching the channel for a little while, you know we really enjoy shooting on the Ninja 5s from Atomos. They do a really good job. Sort of, they fix the 30-minute record limit if that's ever a thing we need to do for long interviews. And also on top of that, they just give you that 422 10-bit bitrate quality. So I'm gonna go ahead and load that up. And because we're putting it up on the shoulder rig and we have IBIS now, very, very comfortably can use lenses like this, the SLR Magic Cinema Micro Prime. This is the 50F, T 1.2. Follow focus going. Get it all fired up. All right, so there's the final build on the shoulder rig. Again, for those of you who are not new to the channel, it shouldn't look super unfamiliar. Why won't you record? Oof, all right. So that was an interesting setting. Because this is a cinema lens, it doesn't have any electronic contacts with the Fuji, and so therefore it wasn't actually letting me shoot video with this lens attached. I had to go into the menu, so I can show you right here. Maybe you can see this on the top down. But I had to go into button dial settings, and then down to the second page, shoot without lens. Make sure that's turned on, or else you can't shoot with, you know, like all of your maybe adapted antique lenses, or any lens that doesn't have the electronic contacts wouldn't have been able to record without that setting turned on. So make sure you get that going. But other than that, we're ready to roll. So this is a beautiful, gigantic XT4 video rig, and gonna have some super smooth shots with IBIS these days. So there's some example footage for you. All right, so super awesome rig. Super excited about shooting with this. The next video that we're gonna be posting to our channel is going to be an entire just example footage from the X-T4, and we'll be shooting it in the various formats that I've laid out here. And then after that, I'm gonna spend about a week, maybe two, just really putting this thing through the ringer, and eventually I will do a full comprehensive review of the camera altogether and sort of just give you guys an idea of what I am going to be using it for, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and then that way you guys can make a slightly more informed decision if you're interested in potentially getting this camera. Maybe you're on the fence, or maybe you got one coming in the mail soon and you just want to hear more about it. Yeah, we're going to be putting out as much content as we can. Obviously, with everybody stuck inside, with COVID-19, this is pretty much all we can do is just get excited about the gear itself. But we're gonna get out, try to create as much as we can, try to get out to the woods a little bit and be safe and social distance, but still just put something together for you guys. So I hope you found this video interesting and exciting. I know I did. Putting this thing in the rig is something I've been waiting to do for months. So hopefully this is cool to you guys, and hopefully if you have any questions, we can help you out and maybe get as much information out there so that you guys can build your rigs out just the way you want them as well. So if you have any comments or questions or concerns, leave them in the section below. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up so we know to make more like this. And if you want to see the rest of my analysis and example footage from the X-T4, make sure you click that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and you will be notified as soon as we upload. But it should be very soon, so keep an eye out. And as always, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time.